Watch this video to learn how to play Hey, Hey, Look at Me from the Piano Adventures Primer Level Lesson Book. Hey, Hey, Look at Me, Piano Adventures Primer Level Lesson Book. Today we're in the Piano Adventures Primer Level Lesson Book, and we are looking at Hey, Hey, Look at Me, which is the beginning of Unit 7. Hey, Hey, Look at Me is the first time that we are working on skips. Until this point in the primer level, we have been focused on steps. A step is when you move from one key to the very next key. And when you do that, you're also moving from one finger to the very next finger, and you're moving from one letter to the very next letter. So to show you what a step looks like, if I step from C up, I go to D. That's the very next letter. It's also stepping from my thumb to my second finger, the very next finger. And you'll notice there's no keys in between these two on the piano. So step moves three things by just one step: finger, letter, and key. Now a skip also moves those three things, but it looks a little bit different because it is skipping over one thing. So when we skip, we move from one key and then we skip over a key to the next one. We skip over one finger to the next one, and we skip over one letter to the next one. So on the piano, this looks like this. You'll notice I have skipped over this key here. I've skipped over this finger, and I've skipped over the letter D because I've gone from C to E. Now skips on the staff look like this. They move from a line to a line, and they can move up or they can move down. They can also move from space to space, but we are not looking at that just yet. So Hey, Hey, Look at Me is a song that uses only skips and only on the line notes. It's also only for one hand. Can you tell which hand plays this piece? It's only for the right hand. So there's just three notes in the song. The thumb is on C, the third finger is on E, and the pinky, the fifth finger, is on G. And once we know that, we just have to read the notes. So let's start by circling all of our duplicate notes. So we're going to circle this because it repeats. This is a repeat, and this is a repeat. Everything else we have to look at whether we're moving up or down. So let's try to play this on the piano. Go ahead and put your music up and then place your right hand thumb on C. Every finger should be on a key. And let's look at what notes are going to be in this piece before we begin. So we're going to be playing with C. Go ahead and play that. We're going to be playing with E. Go ahead and play that. And we're going to be playing with G. Go ahead and play that too. Okay, so other than that, I think we can sight read this piece. So let's go ahead and try it. It starts on C. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, now E, ta, two G's, G, G back to E, ta, two C's, two E's, now G and down to E and C. Then you repeat it. Here is your practice plan for the first 2 days that you are playing Hey, Hey, Look at Me. You are going to play it 3 times a day in the key of C major. And the first time you're going to focus on playing the right notes, the second time on playing the right rhythm, and the third time on playing the right dynamics. After 2 days of practicing in middle C position, you are going to start playing this differently. Then you will play this piece 1 time in each hand position, moving from middle C to treble C. Watch the next section of video to see how that works. After you have gotten very good at playing it on C, the challenge is to play it on different keys. So you can try to play it on D, on E, on F, end on C. And that's what you will be working to in your practice this week. Great work. You have learned how to play Hey, Hey, Look at Me from the Piano Adventures Primer Level Lesson Book.